let's go back to Doug.
I don't know if there's a prospect in the country that college coaches are looking at any harder than David Kelgard.
No, he's, when you talk about top, you're talking about David Kelgard.
Now we're at 2A, 160 pounds between Scott Kauffman of Emmitsburg in the yellow top and Chad Rowson of DeWitt Central, who just took him down in a good scramble.
Rowson 32-4. He's a senior going against sophomore Scott Kauffman, who's 39-2. And he was a qualifier last year as a freshman.
He had 3 tough matches here.
Second, actually.
They were all close, but the last one was a great one. He beat Matt Graver of Davenport Assumption, who was defending champion, 13-12.
Well, Kauffman, of course, a great name out of Emmitsburg. His dad, Gary, is the older brother of some of the Kauffmans that Dan and Bobby and Kevin, all those guys that won state championships with some great Emmitsburg teams back in the 70s and early 80s.
Don Cox is the coach. Chad Rowson of DeWitt Central in for the takedown. He got Kauffman up in the air, almost put him on his back. 4-1 now with 40 seconds to go in the first period. At a 1A, Mike Cassidy of Martinsdale St. Mary's is wrestling Brett Harvey of Kingsley Pearson. Kingsley Pearson just won its first individual championship in history a while ago. And at the AAA, Steve Blackford, undefeated year from West Des Moines Dowling. He's wrestling Clinton's Steve Long.
And speaking of first, this is Coach Kurt Kreider from DeWitt Central's first finalist in 7 years at DeWitt Central.
And he's leading 4-2. He's the one with the purple and the sabers on the back.
Kurt Kreider's really turned that program at DeWitt Central around. His first 3 years, he was 4-42 in duels. Now since then, he's won 37 and lost only 29 in the last 4 years. And so he's really turned that around. And Chad Rowson being the first finalist in those 7 years, it's got to be a lot of pride.
The official here is Mike Allen. He's well known in collegiate ranks and high school ranks as an official who does not like to see you stand around.
Green, your choice.
He's very quick to make you move or call stalling.
And as we've said before, he's consistent.
Yes, he is. Chad Rowson won the toss, and the DeWitt Central wrestler takes the bottom position to start the second period. And he's ahead 4-2.
Red, come on. Out of bounds. Hustle back, please.
Come back to the center with Kauffman in the top position, Rowson underneath.
Optional start. Red, neutral, green. 1.
Now that is one to make it 5-2.
Out of bounds.
That happened out of bounds, so nobody could score with it.
Neutral.
They're in a neutral position.
Stay in there, men.
5-2.
Stay in there.
160 pounds, the 2A division.
Work out of it. No, out of bounds again.
Rowson is putting the pressure. Rowson is putting the pressure on, and he leads 5-2.
There's a nice shot in there. He's deep, and he's going to pick him up, and that's just what he needed to do. Boy, has he got it going on his feet there, doesn't he, Doug?
He really is. He's been in there very
This
deep.
guy Kauffman's really strong. He's tough, but Rowson really having it his way. Feels, and the confidence is building now, you know. He stood up, took him down, got the takedown.
Less than a minute to go in the second period. It's now 7-2.
Kauffman trying to come around here. Stuff in the head. He wants to stuff the head and get around. He does. He got the reversal.
7-4. Still a match. 35 seconds to go second period. 3-point lead for the man in purple. Rowson.
We're gonna warn you at the sound you're backing up.
The Emmitsburg
We're gonna warn you at.
wrestlers, Kauffman back
Well,
out
you
of there
can't
and
just
got
keep
one.
backing off, and that's a good call. And
Here's
and
a
it's an
nice shot
expected
by
call.
Kauffman.
See?
A fireman's carry, more or less.
Sometimes that gets you fired up. But you called it, Doug, when you said that Mike Allen's going to make him wrestle, and he's making him wrestle. Just wait till in on it.
Oh, he's been so deep.
Good. Oh,
But
good
a good
key
whizzer
by
this
Scott.
time.
Yeah, good hips and whizzer.
Hip lock. Used to call that, I used to hear it called a hip lock in Oklahoma. Whizzer up here, that arm over, and the pressure against the hip. 5 seconds to go in the second period.
Okay, third period.
Here we go in the third period, 8-4. Rowson from DeWitt Central ahead. Rowson, a senior, versus a sophomore, Scott Kauffman from Emmitsburg.
Leading 8-4.
Neutral red.
Now 8-5.
He's had some great leg shots. Rowson has.
Well, you can see a lot of pressure down, like a snap down, and then go under when the man reacts.
Off the back.
Don Cox has been a head coach for 11 years. There he is, and years at Emmitsburg, 3. He's been the head coach at Emmitsburg for 3, and he was the head coach
There
at
again,
Florinda.
you know, that double, but again, the whizzer is saving Kauffman, a real tough whizzer, the overhook.
Well, it comes down to conditioning. Both of these wrestlers look like they're in good condition.
A minute and a half to go in the match. 8-5 in favor of Rowson in the purple with the sabers across the back. State championship match 160 in 2A.
We're gonna warn Green.
Well, there we go. You can't do it. What's good for the goose, good for the gander.
Even up. One warning. Next time somebody displeases Mike Allen, it's gonna give up a point. 8-5 with a minute to go.
Boy, old Scott Kauffman's just keeping it going, isn't he?
Yeah, underarm spin that time, but Rowson wasn't there when he came around.
Try to jump. Oh, now you're in a position. Whoa, man, I'll tell you, there's some action going on here.
Well, I'll tell you, Kauffman is not standing around.
Nope, he's not giving up at all.
But he has only 30 seconds to get 3 points. Blackford of West Des Moines Dowling won at the AAA level 7-5 to finish an undefeated year as a state champion. 17-5, 17-5.
Mike Allen says that Rowson's backing up. Now it's 8-6.
6-6. A takedown would tie it by the man with the yellow top, Emmitsburg. Here he comes. 10 seconds. 8 seconds now as they
Good
come back to
action
the
by both
center.
wrestlers.
Go forward. Go forward.
Good shot there, saves him from any kind of stalling call. Just doesn't want to let it up here. Kauffman gives it a good go, and DeWitt Central gets a state champion, and it's Coach Kreider's first state champion.
How about it? A good, tough match between Emmitsburg's Scott Kauffman and DeWitt Central's Chad Rowson.
Yep, Kauffman finishes second for the second year in a row, only a sophomore.
We're right in the middle of a very noisy group from Martinsdale, who's Martinsdale St. Mary's young man Mike Cassady just won 9-2, and Martinsdale St. Mary's had never won a title, and that's John Amfer, whose father some years ago was won the Junior High Coach of the Year award up for his work in Ames. There's the 152 title.
Presenting the Class 1A 152-pound awards, Coach Dr. Tom Stock of Kingsley Pearson. 6th place, Rhett Taylor Bennett, Lisbon. 5th place, Joe Bishorner, Lake City, Southern Cal. 4th place, Zeb Evans, Lenox. 3rd place, Benji Silver, Central City. Runner-up, Tim Kelly, New London. And the 1A 152-pound champion from Kingsley Pearson, Kyle Sargison.
That's the first title for Kingsley Pearson, too, in history. Kyle Sargison beat Mike Cassidy.
Oh, there's Rowson's reaction right there. Mike Allen holds his hand up, and there's Kurt Kreider. He says, I can't believe it. Oh, what a great feeling for both of those.
Presenting the Class 2A 152-pound.
Kingsley Pearson had a state champion here 2 years ago. Kyle Sargison did it for them, as you just saw him get the medal just a moment ago. Brett Harvey was on the mat in single A at 160 for Kingsley Pearson tonight. He'd hoped to make it 3, but he didn't. He fell behind, and then was decision 9-2 by Mike Cassidy of Martinsdale St. Mary's. Mike Cassidy, the champ, single A at 160 pounds. Doug?
All right, Dean. Last year, Steve Blackford won the state championship. Tonight, Blackford repeats with a 17-5 victory over Steve Long of Clinton. And there you see a delighted young man from West Des Moines Dowling and another champion for Coach Ron Gray. Now let's go back to Doug.
Undefeated season. Thank you. We're going to go down to the award stand for the awards at 160.
Pound awards, Coach John Ampar of Martinsdale St. Mary's. 6th place, Tim Helgeson, Lake Mills. 5th place, Blair Thomason, Eagle Grove. 4th place, Chris Rathbone, Wapsie Valley Fairbank. 3rd place, Clay Koenig, Postville. Runner-up, Brett Harvey, Kingsley Pearson. And the 1A 160-pound champion from Martinsdale St. Mary's, Mike Cassidy.
Mike Cassidy, 1A champion, 160 pounds. Hard to say his coach, John Amper's father, won the award as the junior high coach of the year some years ago. Sent a lot of people through the Ames system. And John now has I believe that's his first state champion. It is the first state champion at Martinsdale St. Mary's. Now 2A 160. The top 6.
Presenting the Class 2A 160-pound awards, Coach Kurt Kreider of DeWitt Central. 6th place, Matt Egger, Webster City. 5th place, Jeremy Rummel, Starmont and Arlington. 4th place, Matt Gravert, Davenport Assumption. 3rd place, Carson Andor, Independence. Runner-up, Scott Kauffman, Emmitsburg. And the Class 2A 160-pound champion from DeWitt Central, Chad Rowson.
Nice going, Chad. Folks back in DeWitt, I know, are proud of you. And if you're watching in DeWitt, he's going to come home number 1. That's at the 2A level. Now we're going to go to 3. These are the larger schools. 3A at 160 pounds, 1996 Iowa Wrestling Championships. Live from Vets.
Presenting the Class 3A 160-pound awards, Coach Ron Gray of West Des Moines Dowling. 6th place, Ted Pryor, Cedar Falls. 5th place, Wes Simpson, Spencer. 4th place, Corey Eberhard, Fort Dodge. 3rd place, Jessman Smith, Southeast Polk Runnels. Runner-up, Steve Long, Clinton. And the Class 3A 160-pound champion from West Des Moines Dowling, Steve Blackford.
Steve Blackford, 2nd championship at 160 pounds. Let's go to Dean Board.
Single A, 171 pounds.